Hello, good to see you. 100% live DJ Michael Toast, and I am having my coffee. That's how we wake up. So, as you can see, the title of this thing says Problems. And I know this is going to sound like weird first world DJ problems, but DJing's dead. It really is. And I'm only saying that because if you have been reading, TikTok changed their or they updated their rules, and apparently we cannot go live anymore. DJs, like, we can't go live anymore, which sucks. I know, like, right now, there is a bunch of DJs that are playing right now, and what's up, Cruz? There's a bunch of DJs that are playing right now, but we're not sure if they're going to get banned. They're going to get shadow banned. We're not sure. We're all still trying to figure it out. It kind of sucks because, like, as a DJ, I want to play music for you. And I have all this vinyl in the house. And a lot of it is white labels, underground stuff, things you might not know. But what sucks is because I can't go live, that means you can only come and see me live. And when you come and see me live, most of the time I do play for the audience, you know? So you're not gonna get, what's up, Tricky? What's up, Moosey? What's up, Rudy? Let's see. What's up, Hips? What's up, Bruce? So just quickly, I'm talking about DJing live on TikTok. Apparently we're not allowed to do that anymore. Or they're gonna shut us down, shadow ban us, and all this other crap, which sucks. Because, like I said, the only place you're gonna, what's up, Bruce? The only place you're gonna be able to see me, DJ, is if you come to one of my gigs, and where I usually play my stuff. What's up, Scott? What's up, Simi? What's up, Kim? I see you in there. So if you come and see me live play somewhere, I really have to play kind of like for the crowd and for the audience and stuff like that. And so you're never going to get a curated set from me with my vinyl records anymore or anything like that. Hi, everybody. I see you all popping in. So you're not going to get to hear, like, what really moves me as a DJ, like what makes me feel good. You're not going to hear it anymore. We're running out of places to go live. I think we can go live on Twitch, which is another dumpster dive. We can go live on Mixcloud, but none of you are downloading Mixcloud. So Mixcloud is like a place where we upload our mixes. So if I go live on Mixcloud, I'm really only playing for other DJs. And what kind of sucks too is that, like, when I was going live here, I was reaching people from, like, all over the world, which was amazing, making new friends. So now, if the only place you can come see me live is in one place and I can't broadcast it, that means the only people that can see me are the people at the show. And that's no fun, you know? Like, going live on here, I was able to, like, show you, like, what moves me music-wise, unearthing things maybe you've never heard before, and all that silly stuff. And I don't know how anybody else in the community feels about it, but now I'm also hearing that, like, if you play a cover on a guitar, they'll shut you down. Like, AI has gotten that good. And there's a whole bunch of stuff where, like, conglomerates are, like, buying music and stuff like that, and things that we used to be able to post years ago. Like, they're going back and either taking down, demonetizing, and it could change at any time depending on who the owner of the music is, right? And so, yeah, they're not playing around. And that sucks. That sucks. Because I'm a DJ, man. I just, like, you know, yeah, I can play instruments and stuff, but I don't want to write original music. What, write original music and, like, have nobody listen to that? It's just, like, stupid, you know? I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should keep going live here with my sets and see how long it's going to take until they, like, kill my set, kill my account, you know? But I also don't know, like, if I go live with music, if I'm not going to see any, what's up, Project Pat, I see you. I don't know like what my reach is gonna be. I don't know if they're gonna, like I said, shadow ban it to where like I'm DJing for 2 hours and nobody's watching, you know? So I'm trying to figure all that out. If there are any other DJs in here, they got any good ideas, like hit me up and let me know. Um, I don't do this for the money, especially on like going live, which kind of sucks because if I'm not taking any money and all I'm doing is unearthing music that most people have never heard before, and all I'm really doing is promoting the music, you would think that'd be beneficial for the artist and for the record label and anybody else. But it is not to be that way. And again, AI is in a situation, it's still in its infancy. I would hope that maybe they'll figure this stuff out. Coffee. I hope they would figure this stuff out to where they can allow DJs to like be DJs. Because DJs, like, I feel like we're already criminals. Like, I can't get anybody to hear what I do, you know? Like, I can go out and tell everybody I'm the world's worst DJ, and you'll never find out, you know? So I can only wish the best for other DJs on this platform. Again, I don't do it for money or whatever you guys give away on here, stars, diamonds, whatever. But there are DJs that do make a living, you know, on TikTok. Friends with a lot of them. They're in places where there isn't even live venues for them to play. So that's about it. You'd never hear their name. They would never be anybody. DJs used to be a huge, like, highly respected part of the music industry. The record labels themselves would give us the music for free. Just, you know, showing up at my door back in the day. And then obviously when we went digital, they would send everything out. And all the songs that used to say DJ in it, like, hey, Mr. DJ, put a record on, DJ, DJ, DJ. Nobody mentions DJ. You don't even hear the word DJ in a song anymore, ever. It's because it's like, I guess, a lost art. And I would like to say that I'm very lucky to be born in the time that I was, and to have DJing do what it did as far as like being culturally relevant and making a living off of it. But making a living off of it was just an impossible dream, you know? And the cool thing about DJing on platforms like this is that it takes the power away from the venues and the club owners, and the promoters, and it gives it to the DJ, you know, to be in control of your own career. So, you know, I don't want to be the world's best kept secret again. I don't want to be like, have the myth of Michael Toast and like what I do when I play. And again, it all does come from the heart. Everything I do, music has changed my life. I don't even want to start crying right now, but music changed my life. I moved around a lot as a kid, a lot. And, you know, my parents try to do better and better, you know, so I can't blame them. And they had me when I was 17. So kids, right? Having kids. But I moved around a lot, and we would always move like towards the end of the school year somewhere else. So I had to like remake friends and all this other crap. The only thing I could take with me was my music. You know, my music has never lied to me. Music has held me tight on cold, lonely nights. Music has saved my life. There's been times in my darkest moments, and I know we all have them, in my darkest moments, even not by my own hand, a song would come on and, you know, save my life. Music has that capability. It just stinks that some of those songs that like help me, I can't play for you. So kind of like stinks. Yeah, I'm originally from New York. What's up, Techno Go-Go? If you don't believe me, water, dog, coffee, chocolate, quarter. Yeah, I was born and raised in New York. But born in Queens, moved to Manhattan, moved back to Queens, moved to Brooklyn, moved back to Queens, moved out to Long Island, moved back to Brooklyn, moved back to Queens, and then my parents ended up out in Long Island. But by that time, I was like taking the train into the city all the time because that's where all the fun was, you know? And I didn't hate my parents or anything, but I just never wanted to miss anything, you know? So I always felt like, you know, you never know if tomorrow's going to be here. But like I was saying, it was wonderful to grow up in a culture like that. It was wonderful to grow up around other DJs, inspiring. I am a fan of DJs. I've never hated on another DJ in my life, unless they've done something really stupid, and that had nothing to do with them as a DJ. It was more with them as a person. But either way, even if they were a great DJ, I can always respect that. And yeah, it's a shame. It's already bad enough that like I don't know how long DJing itself is going to be relevant. I used to, yes, I like Kiyoki. Kiyoki's my older sister. Ask her, she'll tell you about me. Oh, the puppies. You didn't see the puppies? You want to see the puppies? It's Ella. That's Chiquita Banana. What? That's Arrow. What? And inside's Chica. She'll be out here soon. Too many puppies. But yeah, so like I said, very, very blessed. And if anybody around my age or my area who's enjoyed DJing and stuff like that, you know, thank you so much. But like I said, I used to teach a lot, you know, I'd have students all the time. I'm not a guarded genius. If you ever want to know what I'm playing, I will tell you. If you want to learn how to mix it, I will teach you. And it had nothing to do with this. It had everything to do with the culture that changed my life, you know? And believe it or not, with the money that I have made being a DJ, that never went to anything. Like, you know, I'm not married. I don't have kids. I never lived above what I would think, where I should be living, I should say, as a DJ. I always felt like there's always a possibility of the bottom dropping out, because, again, like I used to watch all the older DJs, and a lot of them were like locked into one sound. So if you're a techno DJ, let's say, you can only play at places that play techno. Same thing with house, same thing with drum and bass. And a lot of my older friends, instead of being able to DJ 7 nights a week, they're lucky if they get 7 gigs a year. And they're always pushed to a weird part in the bill, and there's all this other hierarchy, things that I don't have to deal with. Like I watch a lot of my old school DJ friends get upset about like Instagram models DJing, or people getting on the bills because, you know, they have a huge following and it could be from nothing, you know? So yeah, like I said, I worry because there's not many DJs coming up. So it might be like a short time and place for music, that'll never happen again. And if you've never DJ'd before, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Like, and if you come over here and you hung out at my house, like, you can ask all of my friends. Like, I am having such a good time, you know? It's so much fun to DJ. And if you haven't, like, really get between 2 things and a mixer and just have fun all day. And it's always like challenges, always like wanting to do stuff better. You're always coming up with different ideas of how you're like serving your music. And then again, I'm a DJ. I'm not a comedian. I know I'm funny looking, but I'm not a comedian. So this isn't one of those comedian podcasts where I'm going to be, what's the word, grandiose about how I'm here to make a sad day better for people, you know, make them happy. No, I'm not going down that route. But to be a part of other people's memories is so much fun. And that's the cool thing about being a DJ and not being like a performer per se, even though we are performing. I get to share that moment. I get to be a fan as well. You know, I don't have to be up there trying to be the center of attention with my music. Like, I don't want to produce my own music anymore. I don't really. I just want to make edits and stuff for my dance floor, which I share all the time. You know, I don't want to be on that train. To me, that's like the flight of Icarus. Like, I don't want to fly too close to the sun. My wings are made and put together with candle wax. And if I go too close to the sun, do you know what I mean? Like, think of some of your biggest EDM artists. You'll probably still see them on like bills playing, but like, and no disrespect to, I don't know, I don't really want to say Skrillex, but Sonny's a sweet guy. But Skrillex is not the same Skrillex as he was in, 2012. And, even the almighty Mouse, what's up, Joel? He's not the same anymore. There's all these other people that come up. So it's like a really quick turnaround to be original artist, because it really is if people like your music or not. I think one of the coolest things Skrillex did do was be smart and like, even in the height of all his stuff, go and produce like Justin Bieber's record. I don't know if you know he did that. Him and Diplo did. So that was smart. And Sonny will be making money probably for the rest of his life, which is good. But I mean, who wants to do that, man? Like, I want to live life. Like, I want to play with my puppies. I want to hang out with my friends. I want to find silly shirts like this that say like the Stevie Wonder song party. But then when you look up here, it's like written in Braille. Braille. Who's this shirt for? I was supposed to wear this to the party. I mean, no disrespect, but like, ridiculous. But like, yeah, I want to live life. Like, I want to watch silly YouTube videos, and I like, want to ride my bicycle around, and I want to like laugh, and I don't want to spend a million hours in a studio trying to create original music only to find out you don't like it. You know what I mean? To talk about like throwing, I don't know, a fish hook into water with no bait on it. Like, you're just waiting for someone else to pluck you out. And I also noticed that there are a lot of original artists that are pulling themselves currently off of Spotify. Apparently, I don't know if you know about that, but apparently they've been taking the artist's money and putting them towards war weapons and drones and stuff. So what do we do now? Delete Spotify when we have our list there and our friends and all other stuff? Like, we're running out of options. And I know corporations do nefarious things and stuff, but man, that's insane, I mean, I guess that's the way people feel like when they do weird stuff with like people's healthcare money, that money's got to go somewhere, 401ks and all that stuff. It's a silly world, kids. And I just wanted to hop on here to talk to you because this is like eating me up. Like last night I played over at Eye Candy at Mandalay Bay, and I had a great time. But again, everything I played pretty much was for the audience, because they paid their 2 bits. I got to make them happy. I'm not trying to insult anybody's like one and only day off, to go out. So yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know. I always equated DJing as kind of like being a chef. I kind of have a cook's background. Spent a lot of time in the kitchen since I was like 13 and stuff. Hi, chef. But like, when you're making a menu, when you're cooking a menu at a restaurant that you don't own, you're pretty much stuck making the food that you have to make. You could be an incredible chef, but no one's ever going to know unless they come and eat at your house. So yeah, it's a silly world we're living in. And I guess I can only hope for the best, whatever that is. I know that these record companies and all these other, powers that be, they'll always make their money. And the other thing is, we're fascinating. DJs are fascinating. Like, if you go to my Instagram, your Instagram will always tell you who you are. Okay? And my Instagram is dogs on skateboards, humans on skateboards. I would say DJs, of course, my queer community, and that's pretty much it. I don't even like politics stuff, even though that stuff pops in there anyway. But like when you watch a live video, you guys hop on a stream, you're usually there for a while. Like I've seen you with me, and I've seen it on other people's lives and stuff. Like I've watched it. I don't think the powers that be want you watching somebody that long. I think they want short clips. I think they want you to keep moving. I think they want to mine your data. I don't really, it's like we're the commodity now. And I'm not one of those people that were like, I don't know, I want to use the word gatekeeping. Like, I'm not about that. I'm also kind of not about, every kid in the playground gets a turn at the slide. If they don't know how to ride the slide, do you know what I mean? But I mean, everybody deserves a shot to like express themselves, online. Do you know what I mean? And I was talking about like being booked for a big thing or whatever. I'm not here to put down anybody else's value. I think everybody's valuable as a human being. I think everyone, the monoculture is gone. We are all superstars. All of it. You are a superstar. You can post whatever you want and be a superstar. Like, that was unheard of, before all this silly stuff happened. I'm lucky to say that my music has taken me to many places around the world. And in the words of the Johnny Cash song, I've been everywhere, literally. You'd be very surprised, especially in the United States, Hawaii, Jamaica, London, Canada, a million times. I mean, I'm talking about very, very blessed to do all that. And I think that's probably the only way everyone is going to be able, or anyone is going to be able to experience me. I'll probably have to do some sort of set that makes everybody else happy. And then maybe if the promoter wants to do an after party at his house or something, I can go and DJ for 10 people. But no one's going to know about it because you can't post it either. It's like it never happened. Which I guess is good. I could sit there and tell everybody it was great. Right, Chiquita? You. Don't let her fool you. This is like the jumping bean of all jumping beans. Like literally. Yeah, go ahead. Laugh about it. 100 feet high, this kid. So yeah. So that's all I really wanted to say. I just wanted to say that you guys are amazing. And literally, I would not be here without you. Or at least be here without you. I'd probably still be back in my bedroom. That's what they used to say in my family, because I grew up in a very talkative New York family, and fights and arguments would always break out between everybody. And they used to say about me, like, Michael's the smart one. Michael stays in their room, And that's what I would be. I'd just be in my room, listening to music, kind of rocking back and forth to it. So yeah, I mean, I guess you'll just have to come and see me at these other places, or I don't know, somehow I got to figure out how to get mixes to you. I don't know. I don't know if I should like put it up, like host it on a server, like maybe video my set and then put it up on a server and maybe put the links out and like leave it for you to download it. But I don't know if, because all it really takes is one person. It takes one hater. And I hate to use that word, hater. Ugh. Like, it's such a general term for someone who has their own issues. But it really only takes one person with their own issues that don't like this just to, report you or shut you down and all this other crap. I would never do that to anybody. Like, I don't know. I'm like about giving love, um, whether people want it or not. But yeah, hating costs so. It's like it takes so much energy. Takes so much energy to be mad. Being mad, being angry, for some people may be like a dopamine fix, but for me, it's very exhausting. It's very exhausting. I like to smile so much till my face hurts, um, and I just want to have fun, man. I just want to have fun, and I have fun playing records for you. So, thanks for listening to me. Anybody has any ideas? Yeah, Patreon. Hey, what's up, Johnny? Patreon is a great idea, but that's like to get money. Like, I'm not trying to get money. I don't want money. I don't care. Like, there was no money in this when I started. Okay? Like, they used to say to me, like, every time you get a nickel, you blow it on music. And I'm like, I don't know how this is going to work out. I have no idea. Somehow this is going to work out. Like, being a DJ, like, cost money a long time ago. It still costs money. Equipment costs money. Things cost money. La, la, la. But, you know, I was like folding boxes in a pizza place to make my nickels so I can buy stuff. And if I have to fold boxes or wash dishes again, I will. And I'll have the best time doing it, just like I used to do it. My radio on, scrubbing those dishes. But as far as having a place where I can do these things that won't eventually get shut down, that's really the biggest fear, is like jumping from place to place to place. Like, and I hate to admit this, but I got a lot of old friends and whatever that are on Facebook, for instance, and that maybe might enjoy some really of the older stuff that I play or whatever. But they can't see it. And if I even told them to come over here to TikTok, they're not coming over here. They're not. Their dopamine fix is on Facebook. Arguing with their family and friends is like their energy. Not all of them, but I'm just saying. Some of those people are lucky that they even know how to work Facebook, you know? So when you come to TikTok, it's this whole other thing. And all the political crap and all this other stuff. People don't know what to do or what to think. But that's it, you know? Like I said, I see things going on with like Rick Beato and Anthony Fantano and Danny and all those other guys. But they like review music. They play snippets of the music and they talk about it. And they're trying to do this whole thing with fair use right now. But the problem is like, they're in for they're just waking up to it now. They're lucky that they were going as long as they were. Professor of Rock, I see you, buddy. All of them are having problems where they are making their living there. They are doing high quality content. They are editing and doing great stuff. And only to have like all of their content either taken down or demonetized and all this other stuff. Man, that's got to be heartbreaking. But we've been dealing with this for years, DJs. So, no disrespect to Rick Beato, but welcome to the club, baby. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. So, yeah, I don't know what else to do. If I can't go live, you know, what's up, John? I would love to give you, yes, I would love to give you a mix. Please, by all means, I would love to. But like I said, as far as going live, I don't know what to do. Either just go for it until they shut me down. We could see. I would rather keep my account, you know, and be able to express myself. But what am I going to do? Talk about politics? I don't know first thing about politics, except all politicians suck. And if that has now become a controversial statement, so be it. Like, you know, I could barely read. I got horrible dyslexia, horrible ADHD, like a mess. Okay. They didn't know what was going to happen to me. I was one of the kids that they pushed out of school. And I went to public school in New York. New York's, you know, but I'm not going to blame it on that. But you know, the more kids that graduate, the more money you get. And my little sister's a victim of that too. My little sister, I hate using the term on the spectrum, but my sister's special needs. My sister can't count back change. My little sister can't read a clock. My little sister, like, if you talk to her for a while, like, I've seen it, like, her eyes will glaze over and she'll just be staring through you. Just her brain doesn't process that. And she got pushed out of school too. She got left back twice. I got left back once, twice. But yeah, somehow we both have diplomas. But yeah, so here we are. And I just hope you are enjoying your weekend. I'm not trying to like put a damper on it, but I know quite a few of you were expecting me to go live today, like I said I would. Kind of lucky I got away with it the other day, which was amazing. So yeah, what do I do? Like play royalty-free music? Like, I guess. But then who knows if somebody will buy that and I won't be able to play that anymore. So, I like my shorts, my shorty shorts. I wear short shorts. Ugh, hairy legs. But yeah, so I'm just gonna hop on out of here. It's been so great to see you. And we'll keep it up. Like I said, message me. We'll figure something out. We'll have to figure something out, you know? Thanks, Johnny. You're beautiful too, honey. And yeah, so let me hop off of here before my phone dies, because it's going to eventually. Just like all of this stuff. Bleh, boo hoo 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 hoo. So there you go. That's what I'm crying about on a Sunday. Love you. Bye.